Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tim Show. I'm Tim, your host. And for today's episode, I am going to be brutally honest about my beloved Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Sunday's game against the Eagles, it was gritty, it was hard-nosed, a defensive game, and it kind of mirrored what I think the Super Bowl could have been if it wasn't for the bad coaching decisions, the bad throws that led to interceptions by Patrick Mahomes, because our defense played well. But just like any other defense, if your offense commit turnovers, it's going to be hard for you to beat a good team. And that's why we got mollywopped in that Super Bowl. And that's why we lost this close, gritty defensive game on Sunday against the Eagles. Now, kudos to the Eagles. They're a great team, great organization. They know how to win ugly. And they flat out win games. They make the right play at the right time. Now, I hear all the chitter chatter about Jalen Hurts and he only threw 400 yards passing. Like, what does that matter? The only stat that matters is the W. A quarterback could throw for 400 yards, 5 touchdown passes. If he lose, it does not matter. And that's why the Eagles are the defending Super Bowl champions, because they win and they make the plays when needed. Now let's get to our defense, because they made a huge 360 from what they did against the Chargers. It looked more like the defense that we have learned to love, because quite frankly, over the last 2 or 3 years, the Chiefs have been a defensive oriented team, because our offense come to the party once in a while, or they made the plays when needed, right? And the defense looked great. I only have one takeaway, and I believe it was the fourth quarter. It was 3rd and long, and Spags, he called the bomb blitz. Now, I'm not mad at the call because the bomb blitz was working this game. Jalen Hurts was taking off his spot a lot in this game. But he had Devonta Smith one-on-one versus our best cornerback, Trent McDuffie, and he threw it up. Trent McDuffie, I just wish he was able to locate the ball better, because he overran the ball. Devonta Smith got his head around first, located the ball, went back and made the big play, which kept the drive alive. And that became the drive that they scored the go-ahead touchdown to win the game. But no real complaints about our defense. It's hard. Listen, I'm not out there playing, but just watching, it's hard to stop that tush push. Jalen Hurts is a strong dude. They created it, right? So they got it down to the T, and it's hard to stop it. Now, we all know the internet is having a field day right now with what they thought should have been a false start. And granted, it should have been, but I'm not relying on the refs. If you put the game in the refs' hands, most likely you're going to lose. We need to go out there and win the game. Now, the only thing I would say I admit is crazy is I'm hearing that the NFL is filing copyright infringement for anyone who posts the false start on the Eagles play. Like, that's crazy. Last year, y'all had a field day with all of the crazy plays that we was getting to win games. They had a field day with that. Let the internet have their way right now. Let them. Like, that's crazy to file copyright infringement. But anyway, the defense played good. Now let's get to the offense, because it's a lot about them. Now, let me tell you something. I want to be totally honest with you. I think that we failed Patrick Mahomes. And the reason why I say that is because player personnel, coaching decisions. When we lost the Super Bowl, I'm on record of saying I think we needed a change. Now, granted, in anything, with success, you don't really change anything. You just repair the things that don't work. And that's exactly what they always do. Rashay Rice, Xavier Worthy, go get more receivers, more speedy guys. And I think we hit on both of those guys, right? They're not playing in this game and it shows, but I think we hit on those guys. But that's not what I wanted. How many times are we going to keep asking Patrick Mahomes to be Superman? Put your cape on and be Superman and drag this offense. It don't matter who's out there, who's declined, what position is being altered as moving a left guard to left tackle. It doesn't matter. Go out there 15 and be the savior. I think we needed a change. I think we should have moved up in the draft and drafted a bell cow back. Because if you look at Lamar Jackson, he has Derrick Henry. If you look at Jalen Hurts, he has Saquon Barkley. If you look at Justin Herbert, they went and drafted a running back. If you look at Josh Allen, he has James Cook, who scores a lot of touchdowns, who's very explosive. If you look at Michael Penix, the young guy in Atlanta, he has Bijan Robinson, a guy that made me that Sunday night game, Atlanta, the first 3 plays of the game, I watched Bijan Robinson's explosiveness and I got jealous. I haven't seen my offense get chunk plays on the ground in a long, long time. To be honest, the only chunk plays we get on the ground is from Patrick Mahomes, who, guess what? You guessed it. He's leading our team in rushing. That's unacceptable. You can't win that way. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Josh Allen. We don't call plays for him to run the ball. He's scrambling out of harm's way. He's our leading rusher. That's why I thought we needed some change. That's why I said player personnel has failed Patrick Mahomes. When you look at the Super Bowl, Vic Fangio, the Philadelphia Eagles defensive coordinator, who we know very well because he was the coach in Denver, he didn't blitz. They got home with their front 4. They got home with their front 4, who I believe should have been the MVP of that game because they was disruptive. But in this game, it was different. They were blitzing more. You want to know why? Player personnel. With no Rashee Rice, with no Xavier Worthy, they don't believe anyone could get open. That's including Travis Kelce. And it's okay. I don't agree. Even though he did drop a touchdown that would have put us ahead in the fourth quarter, that turned into a pick, that turned the game around, I don't believe that the slander for Travis Kelce is warranted. He's a Hall of Famer. He's been a Hall of Famer for us. We don't win those Super Bowls without Travis Kelce. We don't. Yes, his play has declined. We should speak on it. But the slander, I don't believe is warranted. It's the organization fault. Like I say, we are the last ones to look in the mirror and say that we declined. Other teams have progressed. They have gotten better, and they've noticed what our weakness is. Why not try to draft a replacement for Travis Kelce? He's not the same. He's lost a step, and teams noticed it, which is why Vic Fangio was blitzing a lot, because they weren't double teaming Travis Kelce as much. I want Juju Smith-Schuster to beat one-on-one coverage. I'm going to dare Hollywood Brown to beat one-on-one coverage. You know what I'm going to do? With my front 4 who cause havoc, I'm going to bring 2 other guys as well. Because I believe the offensive line was better than last year. But now can you handle 5 and 6 guys with stunts? Because I don't think these guys will get open. And if you look at it, Patrick Mahomes is taking the first read. He's not even letting plays develop downfield. He's taking the first read because there are some bright spots in this offense that played Sunday. Tyquan Thornton, in the first 2 games, I went back and watched tape against that Chargers game. Tyquan Thornton is beating the defense. He's getting behind them. He's open. Mahomes is just missing him. Now, outside of the 2 times what he caught him, one was a big play in the first half against the Chargers, and one was a touchdown, a big play touchdown against the Eagles that got us back in the game, gave us a chance. But Mahomes is missing him. Now, it could be maybe just under duress and he just don't trust the line and he's rushing his throws. But this guy is getting open, and I think that Tyquan Thornton is going to be a huge bright spot when Rashee Rice get back and when Xavier Worthy get back. But now back to the personnel. Let's talk about Isaiah Pacheco and let's talk about Kareem Hunt. You tell me how many teams that's competing for a Super Bowl that you think those 2 will start for. It's no disrespect towards Pacheco because we don't win without his contributions in the Super Bowl, those Super Bowl runs. And Kareem Hunt, we love him. He was great for us once. But it's not working. It's not working. When you watch us, when we do any type of play action, teams don't even bait. They don't care. Because 1, they don't trust we're going to commit to the run. And 2, They don't think we're going to get any chunk plays. They don't think we're going to do anything. Pacheco was 10 for 22. That's unacceptable. Now, I do think we have a guy on our roster who's playing, Brashard Smith, number 24. I think he was a 6th or 7th round pick. I believe this guy could be similar to what James Cook is. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not a scout. I'm just looking at what the tape that he had in college and the explosive plays I've seen him make in the preseason. Run him, Andy. Let's see we got something different because Pacheco and Hunt is not working. Let's see what we got with Brashard Smith. And if he's nothing, then we have to go out and get some help from Mahomes because he can't keep putting on a Superman cape. He was good in the first half, but he was doing everything. And that drained you throughout the game. Now, I would say this. I think that drop by Kelsey changed the whole dynamic of this game. I don't think that we are having the same conversation if you don't drop that ball and is converted as a touchdown, which it should have been. We had a different conversation. And I do think that we had some miscues and the reason why we're 0-2. We could easily be 2-0. But that leads to coaching. Just bad decision making. It's been now, Andy, over the years, anyone who's a Chiefs fan or Eagle fan who have Andy over the years, you know that he has some bad game decisions, in-game decisions. We know that. But in the past, we had the offense to overcome them. We don't have that right now. The game is 10-10 in the beginning of the third quarter. Just punt the ball. If you're not going to put the ball in Superman's hands like you've been doing throughout the freaking game, every game and every season for the last 3 or 4 years, punt the ball and let our defense play the defense they've been playing. It's no need to give the Eagles a free 3 points. And guess what? They won by 3 points. Coaching decisions. We can't overcome them. But outside of that, I'm not looking at this team and saying we need to hit the panic button. Now, we do have the Giants at MetLife. I will be in attendance for that game. We're both 0-2. They played good against the Cowboys. So I think they played good against the Commanders. So I don't think that they're scared or worried about us. We need to go out there and beat them convincingly. That's what we need to do for our own psyche. But I'm not ready to push the panic button. We're getting help. Xavier Worthy is not out for the season. He's not out for a long time, I believe. He will be back soon. Rashae Rice will be back against the Raiders. But let's just get to that point. Let's get to that point. And we're facing some early season controversy. Let's get through it. That's it. It's a championship team, championship pedigree. Fix some things. The defense played well, so hopefully we get back to that consistently. Let's get through it. Simple.